Good morning, Vietnam. Oh,
Good.
sorry, wrong one.
Yeah. Is it Wednesday?
It's Monday. It just feels like a Wednesday.
Some people have a holiday today. Some people don't.
Really? What's the holiday today?
I think it's not. If it's not President's Day, it's Lincoln's birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some schools. I mean, it depends on what the teachers negotiate. I believe, but some schools are out.
Really?
Today,
I did not know that.
And I don't know if the recorder's office is closed today. And then next Monday, of course, is President's Day.
Then that's when they're closed.
That's when they're closed.
Yeah, that's because today is not even, I don't know, federal. It's not considered a true holiday. It's next week's. That's
it's whoever negotiated a holiday gets a holiday.
Yeah, I don't have a holiday.
I don't have a holiday.
Yeah, I'm working.
I don't have a holiday.
I didn't know President's Day was next Monday.
Yeah. Well, the year is flying by already.
I tell you.
Guess what's coming out tomorrow?
New home sales.
Your book.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, get edsbook.com. Go tomorrow and buy Ed's book.
Yeah, go to
Don't do it today.
Well, you can, but pre-order.
It doesn't count as a
do it like midnight.
12:01.
Yeah.
You're going to be up anyway.
Well, East Coast time, so I'm sure it's like 1 o'clock, East Coast time. So that would be 10 o'clock our time. So anytime after 10 o'clock.
It's crazy how the East Coast is always 3 hours ahead of us. You would think that we could figure out what the winning lottery numbers are.
I know. Well, I always ask Australia when I talk to them, what happened?
Yeah.
Tell me what happened so I can bet on it.
Tell me what happens tomorrow.
Okay. So before we get into everything, what did you think about the football game? Did you watch it yesterday?
I watched it. I watched it with friends. I had more fun with the friends, just hanging out, talking, making fun of this, making fun of that. Watching the kids play basketball. That was actually the joy. I guess there was only one really bad call.
One catch, you mean that they held like this?
Well, yeah. What? No, the holding call against the Eagles. I think it was third down. Kansas was driving. Ball not catchable. Thrown in the end zone. Actually, thrown it. It looks like
that one
closer to the crowd. And then the joke, of course, is, Vegas is getting what they want because it's an entertainment.
Well, I won on the Rotary board.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
twice. I actually won $50 in the first quarter.
I won I think $100 in the first quarter, and then I won third quarter.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at my office board yet.
Yeah,
so I don't know. And I usually.
I was told that the presidents donate. I said, thank God I'm not a president yet.
That's not till June, right?
July
is the official day.
July. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get to what's going on.
Some numbers.
All right, so today stocks and mortgage bonds are both higher, which means rates not better. Right.
Yeah.
I looked right now. We're actually up 6 basis points, so it's actually went the other way.
Yeah.
We kind of have a busy week this week, which means major numbers are coming out. Consumer price index. You have the small business optimism index. Mortgage applications, really not a big deal. Retail sales. National Association of Housing Builders index is coming out.
Wow.
And PPI.
I just like to say PPI.
Yeah. So and then housing starts. So we're going to see major stuff this week, whether or not inflation report is getting better or not. They're thinking it's going to have low progress. I think we're going to have I think we might have up a little bit, showing a little bit of inflation.
That's how you're feeling?
That's how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. So last report is 5.7. They're expected 5.5. I think it's probably going to come in at 5.6. Just to mess with everybody.
Yeah. What if it came in at like 5.65?
They don't do that. They round up.
I know.
They'll round it up. So
it'd be 5.7.
Medicare issues, move on. Car prices, move on. Market reactions are going to be uncertain. The biggest thing right now is the money supply and inflation, right? We need to decrease that. And that's what we've been saying forever. We need our government to stop spending. And that's expected to happen around, just like I said, mid-year. But remember the thing we keep saying, May, June, we're going to have major change.
Right.
Well, one of the reasons is the money supply is going to be gone, and should be gone unless they do something else.
Yeah.
And then the inflation report should be much better. So overall, as that happens, we should see lower rates.
And everybody jump back in the market.
They're already jumping back.
Yeah, I know.
And that was the other year. Like, what? You tired this morning? Yeah, it's great to have a lot of business, but it's really hard when you have systems have changed because of what we went through for 6 months, 8 months, right?
Right.
And it's retooling and doing things differently. Plus, I'm trying to get in 4 different states and other things at the same time.
Right. So. It makes you go kind of crazy at points.
Yeah, you go to bed and the next thing you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Do I get up and deal with it or just remember in the morning? Get up and deal with it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're not going to deal with it.
Yeah. Or get up and write it down so you deal with it in the morning.
Yeah.
But then your morning gets crammed.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Just
Punt.
and Mondays are you slammed in the morning, and then. But I mean, there's a huge change that we did, and a lot of people have started doing, which is we don't run hard pulls anymore. We just do soft pulls. And what that is we get 3 FICO scores and we get all your credit information, where before we couldn't get FICO scores at all. We could only maybe get 1. Now we get all 3, and we're able to get you all the way through to almost the end before we do a hard pull. And that way you don't get all those calls.
That's really good for the purchaser, I would think.
I think so too. But I tell everybody, go to optoutprescreen.com first before if you're thinking about buying a house, thinking about how someone to go to optoutprescreen.com, go in there, put your information in there, opt out. So you don't get all the credit information when they run your credit. They sell you, they can sell your leads. Well, they'll opt out. You don't get any of that kind of stuff.
Smart.
Second thing to do is go to the do not call list, which is donotcall.gov. And you put your phone number on there and they can't call you, but that takes 31 days. The other one takes 7. So you should be on the do not call list, period.
Yeah.
Both phones.
And, you hear 2 sides of that information is once you're on it, you're always on it. But then some people say you got to renew every year.
No, it's I think it's every 5 years.
Every 5 years. Okay.
Yeah. But I would just double check.
Yeah.
I mean, put on your birthday. What am I doing? I'm opting out.
Happy birthday to me. No more calls.
Yeah, it's funny because I told a few people they go, do I opt in or opt out? You want to opt out.
Yeah.
That's why it's called opt out.
Yeah. Do you want calls? Opt in.
Yeah.
Do you not want calls? Opt out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is it wasn't an issue before. Yes, you do a hard pull, you get a few, like 20, 30. It's horrible now. It's like they're selling the leads to everybody, and that's all these people are doing. And they're not from here. Their call center is over in Philippines, somewhere else. Because you can pay a virtual assistant to do that for you for $5 an hour.
Wow. $5?
Yeah. And that's living high life over there, man.
It is. Well, cost of goods are a little bit less expensive over there. So there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, real estate wise, things are happening. People, there's a buzz in the neighborhood, and in the neighborhood is, I was at California Association of Realtors business meetings in Palm Springs last week. And the buzz in the hallways is everybody is expecting this to be a boom year, a very busy, hot year.
It's already there.
And they're really expecting the temperature to turn up in late March through May, kind of mirroring what you've been saying. There's a couple things coming down the pike where in the beginning of the business year for CAR, you talk about things that we're going to have to address. So we're gearing up to address them. But one of them is, the governor wants everything to be electric, wants to get rid of your gas stoves and make you go electric, called electrification. We're finding out people are actually starting to pay attention and do a little bit of research before they put their foot forward and say, yeah, this is a great thing for the state. It's going to be super costly. It's going to be super costly for so many people.
No, just for us.
Well, yeah,
we got to pay for it. It's our tax.
No, and that's how it's going to get paid for. It's going to be our tax dollars at work.
It's not free.
You think about someone that's been in their home, and the home was built in let's just say the 50s, and it's on a slab foundation.
50s aren't on slab foundation; they're on the race usually.
Sometimes.
The ones I've been in.
Well, let's say
70
down in Palm Springs.
Okay.
Most of the homes that were built, the mid-century moderns that were built in Palm Springs, are not on a.
I could see a mid-century modern, but that's 70s, isn't it?
But what you got is mid-century would be 50s because it's.
I understand that, but most mid-century moderns I've ever seen were built in the 70s. I know in like Brady area, right, in Modesto, a few of them are like that's 70. I can tell that.
Those are mostly Eichlers and stuff like that. But at the same time, let's just say you've got a home that was built in the late 60s.
Okay, I have a home built in late 60s
on a slab floor, and you're running gas, and now you got to change out all your electrical. Okay,
thank God you got an attic.
Exactly, thank God you got an attic, but you got to change out everything from gas to electric. One, who's going to police that? Two, who really wants to get rid of their gas stove?
Not me.
Nobody. I can't imagine one person that really wants to get rid of it. You know what? This gas stove is such a pain in the ass. I'm going to go electric because it's faster. No, it's not.
I like the electric and gas stoves. I like them both when they have.
You have
both
a combo
options.
when you have a combo.
Dual options. No, I don't have that, but I like those.
I don't think I've ever heard of a dual option.
Yeah, that's in those Wolf stoves has it. that way.
They got an electric side?
Yep.
Wow.
Mhm.
I don't know why you'd want
Dual fuel, they call that. Because then you can clean it. Electric stoves, you can clean, which you can't with gas stoves, where you can do the cleaning of them. From what I was told, I don't know. I don't ever cleaned a stove in my life. So,
well, let me ask you a question, and maybe I'm just stupid. What's cleaner than natural gas?
Electric.
How?
I don't know. Because they use coal to make it.
I'm just kidding. They use coal to make it. I don't get it.
Now the issue, I think it's a great thing. People think it'll be the best thing in the world because the problem is, just like you said, it's very expensive. I heard somewhere that by 2035, every house is supposed to have solar. Is that what?
Yeah.
How can that be? Because a 1,500 square foot house makes no sense to go solar at all.
Well, and if
it better be free from the government, then.
Yeah, there's no such thing as free from the government.
Free that I don't have to pay for it.
Exactly. And who's going to do? I mean, it just doesn't make
sense. That's why we need common sense politicians, which is an oxymoron. But
that's the other thing down south. Oh my God! Every 2.5 feet, there was a truck that was another solar company, just putting the solar panels down there. Now, to me, and we had Ed on, who does solar, who said in the city of Modesto, if you're MID, it really doesn't.
Who?
No, not you. Mel.
Mel. It's close. It's 3 letters. I'm 2 letters.
You're 2. It's 1 syllable.
Mel Bradley. Bradley Electrical,
and that's what he does. He sells solar. He installs solar, and he was actually honest enough to say, if you live in the city of Modesto and you're on MID, it doesn't make any sense to put solar on your house
because you get no money for it. That's why they don't pay it back and pay you for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then you're paying if you're doing the lease. Now it might make sense if you pay for it. However, at the end of it, it's going to pencil out after about 25 years,
and then you got to get
get all the new stuff again because so you're never really catching up. It's not.
The only way it makes sense is if you can put batteries in so you can store your own electricity.
Absolutely. But and with the Tesla Powerwall now.
Yeah, they're what, $5-10
I don't know.
I saw somewhere that one was $3,300, but I don't know if that wasn't Tesla, it was a different company.
And I would imagine if more people put them in, they would become more affordable. I mean, just like big screen TVs.
Right. I actually think there'd be more fires.
Because they'll arc out.
Well, just look at the electric cars, how many of them caught on fire?
Yeah.
And I mean, how that's still a lithium battery, right? They don't allow you to fly with them. Is it in your suitcase? No, you got to carry it on your lap. So if it starts burning, you can put it out.
It's burning.
Yeah. So that's the other problem I see. It's until they get that technology where cannot think about it. I mean, you have a house, all of a sudden, poof, it's up in flames because of the Tesla battery. Not saying Teslas did it. I'm just saying the electric
because of
battery,
the Powerwall.
Whatever it is. And I just think it's another hazard that we have to worry about.
True.
But that's just my thought on it. My opinion. I don't need anybody from the solar industry yelling at me.
There we go.
Because my biggest problem is with, if you're selling solar, be realistic. Don't just put it on every house. Make sure it makes sense. That's what I like about Mel Bradley. He made sure it makes sense. But April, I think, is the deadline to get it done. And if you go past that, you get nothing for it. So why put it on? It needs to be some other reason to put it on.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
And there's really no such thing as being off the grid. Now, if you are out in the sticks,
you would have to have a battery.
You'd have to have a battery. And if you put your own solar up, it would be how you say in my country, off the grid, right?
Yeah, because
you're not selling it to anybody. You're storing your own energy.
Because when I was looking at it for our property, you put solar, they're like, well, in order to do that, you need to be hooked up to electricity.
Huh?
What the heck? Well, I thought I'm supposed to be off the grid.
Yeah, wouldn't I be?
Yeah, well, you see some of these, they have these multiple car batteries and chains up in Alaska and stuff like that.
Right.
Well, you can, but I want a full functioning house. The biggest problem is in California with the water sprinklers you have to have in. If you have solar, you have to have a backup, pump and all this other stuff. And it's just expensive. It's like $30,000 to have that in order to make sure those sprinklers go.
So you don't pay $150 a month. You spend $30,000.
Yeah. Well, I think over time they're going to be cheaper and then I think they'll be where anybody, but again, you still have these, if you can put ground mounted, don't put them on your roof. We've just seen too many issues.
Yeah,
lately.
not everybody has a lot big enough to do ground mounts.
I know. Yeah. Patio cover.
Patio furniture.
cover. You put it on the patio cover.
Oh,
You make a.
I thought it was a guy's name.
Yeah, no, you turn them into a patio cover,
Yeah.
or out in your ranch, you can have them to where they can do shade for horses and animals and other stuff. I'm just saying there's ways to do it, but it's not something that I'm looking forward to right now.
Yeah, yeah. Now, are you going to do? Were you thinking of doing on your patio cover solar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Eventually.
Okay.
Not right now because I don't have the right cover. So
Gotcha.
I just have the old thing I got from Costco. It's still there, that when we put the pool in, we moved to the neighbor's house and moved it back. And because we had to put in all new piping and sewer lines and everything, I'm a little short on my backyard budget for all my other stuff I wanted to do.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
that happens.
The
moral of the story is go out and buy a home.
The moral of the story, before you do that, go out and get Ed's book.
Yeah.
Now, if getedsbook.com doesn't work for you, because sometimes people has high
security issues.
Yeah, and they'll say it's a phishing site. Just go directly to Amazon and get it there, or you can go to my website, edparcaut.com, go on the book page, click the button that says get it now. It'll take you right to Amazon. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if it's, every office is different. I know here, if we click on it, it goes, oh, it's a phishing site.
Yeah,
and I'm like, but I'm not even a fisherman.
Yeah, I don't even have a pole. Well, I should stop there.
Yeah, you better. All right, everybody, thanks for listening to us.
Have a great.
Go ahead.
It's Monday, right?
It is Monday still. Yeah. Even though I worked all weekend.
Yeah. That's why you're so cranky.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. Something like that. Or I'm just irritable.
No, you know what would help?
What?
Sleep.
That would help. Yes, it would.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, everybody make it a great day.
Yep. Have a great one.
Bye.